Hello, good day. Welcome to Ubuntu Football. My name is Awamoma. Today we're going to be previewing the first of the knockout stages games of the AFCON 2023, pitting Namibia versus Angola. Coming into this tournament, most of the bookies and football commentators on the continent, and most importantly the fans, had written off Namibia's chances of making it into the second round. So Namibia surprised everyone by doing so as one of the best placed third position teams in their group. Angola, on the other hand, had little chances of making it through, and most of the commentators and bookies felt that Angola's best chances was to make it through as one of the third best placed teams. However, Angola managed to make it through as group leaders of their group, scoring 6 goals and conceding 3. Now, the way we're going to look at this or try and predict which team is going to go through is to first of all look at the managers. Now, Angola is managed by Pedro Goncalves, who is a 47-year-old Portuguese manager. Pedro started his career as a scout at Sporting Lisbon and then later joined the youth coaching staff setup of Sporting. In 2015, he decided to move to Angola, where he worked with Primeiro de Agosto's under-17 team, and then he was promoted to the national under-17 team, where he worked with the under-17s, under-20s, under-23s, and then later on moving on as the manager of the senior national team. So this is someone whose career has developed in Angola. He is through and through an Angolan in terms of football. Now, he has brought along with him into the senior side some of the players he managed in the youth setting of the Angolan football system. Now, looking at Namibia, on the other hand, Namibia is managed by Colin Benjamin, who is a former professional footballer of Namibian origin, plied his football trade in Germany with Hamburg and also with 1860 München. After finishing his career, he returned to Hamburg, where he was the manager. He joined the managerial setup and did his coaching badges, and then moved over to Namibia as the assistant national team manager in 2018. And in 2022, he was promoted as the manager of Namibia. Now, how have these managers used the resources available to them in this competition? Now, Pedro Goncalves started the competition with a 3-5-2 formation against Algeria, which is a very rigid, compact formation based on defense. And this is obviously because most teams do not want to lose the opening games of the competition. And Algeria being the favorites of the group, he wasn't going to take any chances. And that paid off for Angola because they drew 1-1 with Algeria. However, in the next game against Mauritania, obviously they needed more points to be able to make it through the group, so he took his chances. Knowing his players very well, he used a 4-2-3-1 formation, which is a very offensive formation, but also has a lot of flexibility in it, as it gives the players the opportunity to be able to transition into the defensive phase very quickly, as well as in the attacking phase. They rode their luck because Mauritania was a very good side and had a lot of chances, and they won the game by 3-2. Now, in their last game against Burkina Faso, he was also ready to take some risks because he saw there an opportunity for his side to progress as the group leaders. So he played a 4-3-3 formation, which is a very offensive formation, took his chances. And in this game, they were more effective than against Mauritania because they create more chances and they limited Burkina Faso to very few chances. And in the end, they won the game by taking their chances by 2-0. So this is a manager who is very flexible and adapts his team according to his opponents of the day. Now, looking at his opponents of today, which is Namibia, I think he is still going to play a very offensive team or play a very offensive formation. So he's either going to stick with 4-3-3 or he is going to go back to 4-2-3-1. Now, Namibia, on the other hand, has been a very rigid team tactically in this competition. Namibia started the competition with a 4-1-4-1 formation and played the same formation throughout the group stages of this competition. Against South Africa, though, they fell short because Namibia plays a very defensive system and they do not create a lot of chances and they do not score a lot of goals. Namibia has had to defend and run a lot, and they're not a very young team. They have some aging players. So against Morocco, against South Africa, I beg your pardon, they struggled a lot. Now, what Colin Benjamin did in the last game is that he replaced 2 players in Limbodi and Shitembe, two players whose combined ages is 63, with younger players in Katwa and Mezu, whose combined ages is 43. That meant he needed legs against South Africa to defend. So Namibia is a team that comes into this game hoping and preparing to be very rigid, very defensive and compact to try and stop Angola. Angola, on the other hand, are going to take chances. What that means is Namibia are going to need to transition very quickly from a defensive attacking phase by playing counter-attacking football. That hasn't worked very well for them in this competition. So I am not sure how that's going to work. So because of this, because of the fact that Angola is a more flexible team, Angola adapts and changes its team depending on the game depending on the game of the day and its opponents. I feel that Angola is going to go through after 90 minutes. Namibia, if they progress through this stage by some miracle, by taking the game all the way to 120 minutes, I think they're going to start struggling as the tournament progresses, because their players are going to get tired. You cannot keep defending every day as your opponents change and get stronger and stronger. So I predict that Angola is going to win today, and that is going to be thanks to their flexibility of their manager and their tactical formation. Please do let me know what your thoughts are and which team you feel is going to make it through to the next stage. Thank you for watching.